Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
A periodic publication containing pictures and stories and articles of interest to those who purchase it or subscribe to it. It takes several years before a magazine starts to break even or make money. A business firm that publishes magazines. He works for a magazine. A metal frame or container holding cartridges can be inserted into an automatic gun. A light, tight supply chamber holding the film and supplying it for exposure as required. A storehouse, as a compartment on a warship, where weapons and ammunition are stored. A periodic publication containing pictures and stories and articles of interest to those who purchase it or subscribe to it. It takes several years before a magazine starts to break even or make money. Product consisting of a paperback periodic publication as a physical object. Tripped over a pile of magazines. The print media responsible for gathering and publishing news in the form of newspapers or magazines. A dense crowd of people. To be oppressive or burdensome. Something pressed on his mind. The print media responsible for gathering and publishing news in the form of newspapers or magazines. The act of pressing, the exertion of pressure. He gave the button a press. Make strenuous pushing movements during birth to expel the baby. The state of demanding notice or attention. The press of business matters. A tall piece of furniture that provides storage space for clothes, has a door and rails or hooks for hanging clothes. A machine used for printing. Lift weights. This guy can press 300 pounds. Force or impel in an indicated direction. Squeeze or press together. She compressed her lips. A weight lift in which the barbell is lifted to shoulder height and then smoothly lifted overhead. Press and smooth with a heated iron. Press your shirts. Exert oneself continuously, vigorously, or obtrusively to gain an end or engage in a crusade for a certain cause or person. Be an advocate for. Press from a plastic. Press a record. Any machine that exerts pressure to form or shape or cut materials or extract liquids or compress solids. Ask for or request earnestly. Be urgent. This is a pressing problem. Clamp to prevent wooden rackets from warping when not in use. Create by pressing. Crowd closely. The crowds pressed along the street. Exert pressure or force to or upon. He pressed down on the boards. Place between two surfaces and apply weight or pressure. Pressed flowers. The business of issuing printed matter for sale or distribution. The act of issuing printed materials. A copy of a printed work offered for distribution. The communication of something to the public, making information generally known. Reflecting light. The horse's glossy coat. Based on pretense, deceptively pleasing. Superficially attractive and stylish, suggesting wealth or expense. A glossy TV series. Of paper and fabric and leather, having a surface made smooth and shiny especially by pressing between rollers. Glossy paper. A magazine printed on good quality paper. A photograph that is printed on smooth, shiny paper. A magazine published for and read by members of a particular trade group. British. A magazine that is printed in color and circulated with a newspaper, especially on weekends. A magazine devoted to comic strips. A magazine devoted to reports of current events, usually published weekly. An inexpensive magazine printed on poor quality paper. A soft, moist part of a fruit. Any soft or soggy mass. He pounded it to a pulp. A mixture of cellulose fibers. Reduced to pulp. Pulp fruit. Remove the pulp from, as from a fruit. The soft inner part of a tooth. An inexpensive magazine printed on poor quality paper. Having only superficial plausibility. A slick commercial. A slippery smoothness. He could feel the slickness of the tiller. Superficially impressive, but lacking depth and attention to the true complexities of a subject. A slick advertising campaign. Having a smooth, gleaming surface reflecting light. Slick seals and otters. Make slick or smooth. Marked by skill in deception. A slick evasive answer. A magazine printed on good quality paper. Give a smooth and glossy appearance. Slick one's hair. A film of oil or garbage floating on top of water. A trowel used to make a surface slick. Made slick by e.g. ice or grease. Sidewalks slick with ice. A magazine printed on good quality paper. An article published in a magazine. The spread at the center of a magazine. A special or prominent article in a newspaper or magazine. A prominent attribute or aspect of something. The map showed roads and other features. The principal, full-length film in a program at a movie theater. The feature tonight is Casablanca. Linguistics. A distinctive characteristic of a linguistic unit that serves to distinguish it from other units of the same kind. Have as a feature. This restaurant features the most famous chefs in France. A special or prominent article in a newspaper or magazine. They ran a feature on retirement planning. Wear or display in an ostentatious or proud manner. The characteristic parts of a person's face, eyes and nose and mouth and chin. An expression of pleasure crossed his features. An article of merchandise that is displayed or advertised more than other articles. The spread at the center of a magazine.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.